Hey yo, what's up and welcome. I'm the one and only West Coast King, and welcome back to the LAFC career, where today we will be finishing up the regular season here in season number 4. We have 3 games left in the regular season. We've already locked up the supporter shield, so those 3 games don't really matter. But before we play those, we have one big game, and that is the US Open Cup final against Seattle. This is the trophy we have not won yet. We've won a supporter shield, we've won 2 MLS Cups. This is the one that has eluded us thus far, and more than any other trophy this season, this is the one that we want. And we're not going to waste any time. We're going to get right into this final. Now, this game should be taking place either at Bank of California Stadium in Los Angeles or at CenturyLink Field in Seattle. The way that the host for the US Open Cup final is determined, at least this happened in real life last year, is that if both teams meet the requirements for hosting the game, then it's determined by a random draw between those 2 teams. So one of us should be hosting this game. However, we're going to be traveling to Atlanta to play at the Mercedes-Benz Stadium because FIFA and realism just, they don't go together. So we'll be at a neutral site, which I guess that doesn't really hurt either one of us, other than we both have to travel cross country. So, you know, whatever. It is what it is. Let's get into this thing. Boy, look at that. Gideon Zelalem is giving the team talk before the game. Not the captain, Walker Zimmerman. It is Gideon Zelalem, which, interesting considering this is like his 4th game with the team, but okay, we'll go with that. What? How did Roldan just take the ball from between Zelalem's legs? Alright, that was interesting. We should have been shielding it, but he just took it out from under me. How do they keep going through my players? Okay, it's 1-0 Seattle. That wasn't the start we wanted. I mean, I thought Walker Zimmerman was just going to shield Rui Diaz there, and I could play it back to Ty Miller off that goal kick. But Rui Diaz just ran right by Zimmerman, took the ball off of him. Like, Zimmerman should have shielded him. I don't know what happened there. I honestly don't know how that happened. No clue. Yes, Vela, Ramirez, Evans. Nice for Julian Green. Stephen Fry, are you serious? Oh, that was a good look. That was our best look. That was our only look so far of the first half. I think it's our first shot that's gotten through to Stephen Fry. But he makes the save. Oh my God, the speed of McCrary. Holy smokes, he's quick. Much, much faster than Bernal. Oh, Ty Miller is forced to make a good save. Carice gets that away only as far as Buana. And Handwala Buana just hit a screamer off the underside of the crossbar. It is 2-0 Seattle right on the brink of halftime. That shot was completely unsavable. All right, come on, boys. Second half. We have 45 minutes to get 2 goals and get back in this thing. Can we do it? I'm not sure, but we're gonna give it a go. Yes, Zelalem. Beautiful tackle by Gideon Zelalem. He's coming forward with it. Both players, however, ran right into the same space, which is unfortunate. Green across Vela. Nicely. Referee! That is a penalty! He slid through the back of Christian Ramirez in the 6-yard box, and there's no foul given. There we go. Big tackle. Ramirez up for Julian Green. A bit wide on that one, but it's okay. Green, early ball for Aminu Umar. Come on, boys. Cross here from Vela off the corner. Ramirez. There we go. Get the ball. That's what we needed. Christian, stop fucking around. Stop pushing him, Bernal. I will kill you myself, Bernal. Get the ball. Good Lord, we don't have time for that bullshit. Get back to the center circle. There we go. Ball up here for Umar. Umar laying it for Green. Green. Back for Aminu Umar. Aminu Umar across. There it is. Seattle just freaking didn't defend. I don't know what just happened, and I don't care. We have the equalizer with 5 minutes left to play. This has been one of the most stressful games. It's Gideon Zelalem with his first goal for the team as well. Okay, we've definitely dominated this second half, and Seattle just could not hold out forever. Seattle shouldn't even have one goal, much less two. I don't know how they've scored twice in this game, but we're back in this thing. We have finally equalized. There we go, a little high pressure. Gets the turnover. Oh my god, we have it. Zelalem through. Oh, to Umar! He pokes it over Stephen Fry! And it's wide. Oh, that's a good play, though. Enrique Vera with the fresh legs. Enrique, what the fuck is that? Come on, guys. So many chances. See what I mean? Like, we've absolutely dominated this game pretty much from start to finish, and yet we're going to extra time against Seattle. Why? Why have we given up 2 goals? Why have we not won this game? We should have scored at least 5. There we go. That's some good passing to get us out of trouble. And a ball forward. Here comes Enrique Vera. We've got options. There's someone wide open on this side. It is Wilmer Pacheco, now playing right wing because I switched to 3 at the back to get more numbers up the field. And Wilmer Pacheco scores the 3rd for LAFC. Ever since I've gone to 3 at the back, we've hammered Seattle. That's the only way we've gotten back into this game. And we're just overwhelming them. It's Pacheco to score the... Sure, why not? Zelalem coming forward. Playing it through for Opoku! One-on-one chances. We shouldn't even shoot. When I get in those situations, we shouldn't shoot. We have not scored a goal on a one-on-one chance today. Not one. Zelalem. Oh, beautiful. Julian Green. See, the 3 at the back just works so well against Seattle. Christian Ramirez. Again, we cannot score the one-on-one chance. That's like 5 chances we've had. In that situation, we haven't scored 1. How insane is that? All right, ref. Anytime you want to blow this whistle. Anytime. There we go. I can't. I want to celebrate this because it's been 4 years in the making. 4 years we've been trying to win this damn tournament. And we finally got it done. But we played like absolute shit. So many chances squandered, and heading into the playoffs in less than a month, that does not fill me with confidence. We cannot waste that many one-on-one chance opportunities. We can't. It's not good enough. Ramirez had one. I think Vela had one. Ramirez had another one where he got slide tackled from behind and it wasn't a foul. I don't know how that wasn't a foul. I think, who else had one? I mean, Umar had one. It was so many. And it's not like rubbish players either. There are star players having chances and not finishing them. But let's put that on hold now. Let's actually take a second to enjoy our first US Open Cup victory. Alright, so our next game is going to be away at Columbus. Columbus is no longer in the playoff mix. They're quite a ways down in the East this season, so we'll send this one. A couple of changes just to rest some players in there for us, but, I mean, I don't know. Actually, I would say we should win this. We do win this. Pacheco gets red carded. That's fine. I was going to rest him next game anyway. Vela and Atuesta score. Okay, well, that's a good sign. At least we're still winning games. So after an international break, we come back to play San Jose. 2 games left in the season. San Jose sits 3 points out of the final playoff spot, so they desperately, desperately need to win this game. I'm just going to leave our normal starting 11 out there. Obviously, minus Pacheco, who's sitting out with that red card, but I don't really care. That's fine. He can rest. So let's see what we get here. 2-2 draw on the road. That's fine with us. I mean, that kind of hurts San Jose, but it doesn't matter for us. So that brings us to the final game of the regular season. The playoff field in the West is already set. Nobody can move up into the playoff field now. Sporting are the team that are sitting just outside. They're 4 points out, though. With 1 game left, they can't break into the top 6. So we'll play this game. I'm going to use the starters. And what we really need heading into the playoffs is a confidence booster. I would love nothing more than to go out and smash Sporting Kansas City in the final game of the regular season at home to give us that confidence going into the playoffs. All right, boys. What I want to see in this game is just confidence in front of goal. If you get a one-on-one chance, just put a good shot on target. You don't have to score, but just get a good shot on target, man. That's all we need. You get a cross in here. That's actually not bad. It's going to fall. The fuck was that? Was that Pacheco? Pacheco, calm down. You score 1 goal. I mean, to be fair, it won us the U.S. Open Cup, but you score 1 goal, and all of a sudden you think you're Steven Gerrard. Ooh, nice passing there. And a ball here. Let's just go straight up the middle. Great ball for Aminu Umar, who's on it. And Umar, a one-on-one chance. That's what I'm talking about, Aminu Umar. That's how the highest-rated player on the team is supposed to play. Lead by example. Come on, boys. Well, that's a good ball for Ramirez. Does he have the speed, though? Ramirez, he might. He might just, you know, Ramirez. And he finishes a one-on-one. I don't know how Ramirez. They must have some slow center backs on this team. I'm surprised no one caught Ramirez. He's not the quickest dude in the world. But he stays in front, uses a little bit of strength, and finishes another one-on-one chance. It's 2-0 LAFC. Umar gets that away. And we're up here for Zelalem. Forward, wide open, literally no one on this side of the field for Carlos Vela, goes near post and scores. Thought he was too far away to actually do that, but he is very, very talented with that left foot. 3-0 LAFC. There we go, that's exquisite defending, and Evans with a great ball out, gets it out there. Zelalem through another one, beautifully worked, and it's Christian Ramirez again storming in on goal. Ramirez scores again, 4-0 LAFC. That ball out of the back by Brett Evans, outside of the boot. It was like a 60-yard pass. That was incredible. Oh, wow. Oh, that was very, very poor defending, and I will take responsibility. I pulled players out of position there. And that was Johnny Russell on the finish. Good finish as well into the roof of the net. Nothing Ty Miller can do about that. Umar looking. There's not really anywhere for him to go, unfortunately, but Ramirez picks that up, and he gets it back for Umar. Umar for Julian Green. It's in the back of the net. We'll take it. I really wanted to get Julian Green a goal. If he can get one more, he might actually tie for the Golden Boot this season. I doubt that's going to happen. But he makes it 5 with about 7 minutes left to play. And there is the final whistle. Unfortunately, no second goal for Julian Green. So I think Rui Diaz is going to win the Golden Boot. We'll have to check. We'll take a look at the stats after this one. But that was definitely the performance we wanted. That was perfect. Where has that been for the last couple of months? Every game recently has been just a fight. It's just scratching out points, winning where we can. That was an impressive performance. And that is the team that I believe can win the treble. We're 1 trophy away. We just have to get through these playoffs. Can we do it? So with the regular season now over, let's take a look at the final standings from this season in the Eastern Conference. Atlanta is back on top in first place on 60 points. New York Red Bulls in second, 54 points, so they finished 6 points back. It's a pretty decent season from Atlanta, to be honest. Especially since I don't even think they made the playoffs last year. If they did, it was like as the 6th seed. So they had a very nice resurgent season. DC United in third on 50 points. Toronto on 48. NYCFC on 47. And Montreal on 46. So those teams all finished very, very close to each other. Orlando, who I thought were finally going to make the playoffs, end up falling out in the last 3 games. They were in like 4th going into today. And absolutely fell apart. But such is life in Orlando, I guess. Chicago finishes 8th on 36. As does Columbus. Then Philly and New England down there at the bottom. And in the West, we have the Supporter Shield winners, the US Open Cup winners, and possibly the treble winners, LAFC on 75 points. So we finished 20 points ahead of Seattle and 15 points ahead of Atlanta. And even though the games were tougher this season and the margins of victory were a lot smaller than usual, we seem to still have our best season so far. I have no idea how that ends up working out, but it does. Seattle, they're back up to 2nd. They fell as far as 4th, I think, in the summer, but they rebounded in the second half and got back to 2nd place. LA Galaxy with, I think, maybe the best season they've ever had in a career. In 3rd place, tied on points with Houston in 4th, and then RSL and Portland are the final 2 playoff teams in the West. The rest of the Western Conference, we have San Jose, Sporting, Dallas, Colorado, Minnesota, and then possibly the worst season I've ever seen an MLS team have in a career, Vancouver at the bottom on 20 points. They finished 17 points behind Minnesota. And that sets up the one-game playoff round. In the East, Toronto will host NYCFC, and DC hosts Montreal. I feel like those two teams, DC and Montreal, play each other a lot in the playoffs, but maybe that's just me. In the West, we have Houston and RSL, and then the LA Galaxy and Portland Timbers at the StubHub Center. And we won't find out who we play until next episode when the playoffs truly start. But we will take a look at the final stats for this season. And Rui Diaz does end up as the Golden Boot winner on 15 goals. That's not even all that impressive. It was kind of a down year for the top goal scorers in the league, but Rui Diaz does come away with the Golden Boot. Julian Green finishes 1 goal behind him, tied with Arias from Chicago, and Arias had the best goal scoring ratio by far. 14 goals in 24 games is freaking impressive. Not too bad from him. Probably would have been Golden Boot winner if he had played a couple more games. Shaloy ended up on 13, tied with Christian Ramirez. Akinola on 12, and then Vela and Albert Ellis and the Iberegen Holman all on 11. For assists, it was Aminu Umar leading the way with 10. We also had Julian Green on 8. So Green was 1 off the Golden Boot. And then he also had 8 assists. Very, very impressive season from him. Possibly, I would say, MVP. I mean, Rui Diaz had 15 goals and 5 assists. 14 goals, 8 assists. I'm probably going to give the edge to Julian Green there. But still, nonetheless, a good season all the way around offensively for our team. And for clean sheets, Ty Miller finishes behind Stefan Freit. If this doesn't come down to Seattle and LAFC in the West, it's going to be a travesty. I mean, it's just been a massive rivalry the entirety of this series. I would prefer to even to play Seattle in the MLS Cup final just to go at it one more time for a trophy, but obviously that can't happen. But it's just, we are by far, I mean, I know Atlanta finished on 60 points, Seattle on 55, but I would say that we're the 2 best teams in the league this year. And we can also take a look at our own team and see what our players did this year. Julian Green led the way with goal scoring, 19 goals and 9 assists in all competitions. Not too bad from him. Christian Ramirez, 18 goals and 8 assists right there behind him. Carlos Vela, 13 goals, 4 assists. Aminu Umar does get a double-double, 12 goals, 16 assists, 10 and 10 in MLS play. He had 5 assists in the preseason tournament, though. He absolutely killed it in that. Ben Zai ends up with 5 goals and 4 assists. Adekoya, 5 goals, 2 assists. Vera, 5 goals, 3 assists. Then we had Walker Zimmerman with only 2 goals. I would have sworn he was on like 5 or 6, but apparently he only scored twice. Cantu added 2 goals and 2 assists. Brett Evans with 2 goals and 5 assists, but he only scored 1 goal in the regular season, and the other goal came in the Invitational Tournament. He really did not turn into the player I thought he was going to. I don't know what's going on with him. I'm a little bit disappointed with Brett Evans, but he was still all right. He averaged 7.3 rating, so I can't really be too upset with that. Atuesta with 2 goals, 2 assists. Pacheco with 1 goal, and it was a big one. It won us the U.S. Open Cup, and he added 3 assists. Zalalem with 1 goal and 1 assist, and Calderon with 1 goal, no assist. So that is all the goals scored for our team this season. And so with that, we will end it there for today. Should be interesting to see who we get in the playoff quarterfinal. If I had to pick, I probably want to see Houston, as the first time we played them this year, we destroyed them. Aminu Umar ran all over them, and I think we create a lot of matchup problems for Houston. RSL wouldn't be too bad either. I really don't want to see the LA Galaxy or the Portland Timbers, though, at all in the playoffs. I know we can't play LA in the next round, but Portland would be probably just as bad. I struggle against them for whatever reason, so hopefully we see Houston and RSL, but either way, our confidence is high going into the playoffs. I think we're ready for whatever team we go up against. So that's it for this one. If you did enjoy it, make sure to let me know by leaving a like below. Subscribe if you're new. I'll see you when we come back when we start the playoffs with LAFC. See ya.